I'm Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall at the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds among light heavyweights, and now the time has come. All the talk, now comes the walk. Hopkins is making his way to the ring, and I know you're used to seeing many ring walks where guys are really jacked up. This isn't one of them. Bone Crusher's ring walk is one of those ring walks where you realize how attentive this fighter is. This is a guy who has his eye on the prize and nothing will distract him.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
36 minutes still ahead of him here, round 1 of 12. If you made a checklist of advantages and disadvantage, obviously you'd want the advantage of hand speed, but you've trained many a guy who's been on the other side where his opponents had the better hand speed. What have you told him?
Well, I tell him make it a muddy track. You know, Secretariat must be the fastest horse in the world, but on a muddy track, things change a little bit. Step out of range. Don't allow the kind of landscape, the kind of track that will suit speed.
Able to cover up that gut.
Body shot, body shot. Stay away from those, come on.
Bone Crusher's right hand scores well. Halfway through round number 1. Way to block there.
Unload!
Bernard Hopkins is left now getting into the mix. Doubling up the jab by Bone Crusher. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. This round comes to an end, and Teddy, easy to note here that he wasn't landing a lot of punches. Now he was throwing them up, but he wasn't landing a lot. Is that because of his opponent's defense, or is he just not that accurate of a puncher?
No, it's a combination. First of all, his opponent's pretty slick in there, pretty good at bobbing, weaving a little bit, slipping a little bit, making himself a difficult target, but his punch is a little wide. Needs to shorten them up.
To the body. Bien rapidito. He doesn't like those shots to the body.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Bone Crusher showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
He's what?
Left to the body. Gets rid of that body shot. Very accurate with the overhand right. Little head hunting with the left. Bernard Hopkins is nailed by a hook. Good block. Solid straight right hand. Able to dismiss that body shot. Unable to score with the hook. Bernard Hopkins is able to land a nice clean left hand. That was a fine block by Bone Crusher.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time.
He's tired.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. To the belt line he goes with a left hand. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Tighten up your punches, right?
So this round is underway, and what a difference a break makes for him. Look at how fresh he is to start this round after getting hit hard and rocked in that last round.
What a difference a rest makes when the corner knows how to take advantage of that rest. They got water on him, they revived him, they massaged his legs a little bit, gave him some encouragement. Good to go.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Hopkins' right hand scores well that time. Right to the belt line.
Hook! Hook!
90 seconds to go here in this round.
Focus!
Heading into this fight, we talked about what each man can do offensively. What each man wants to do is have varied punches throughout.
Exactly, and what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to be predictable.
Pace yourself!
Blocks that punch. Scores up top with a left. Good fighting, snapping shot by Bone Crusher. Hopkins' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. I don't want to criticize him too much, Teddy, because by going defensive here after being stunned, hey, this might be the right strategy to employ.
As long as he doesn't stay with it too long. It's the right strategy to employ right now at this moment.
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
How you doing? Keep your hands up. Don't worry now, right? I need you to focus and keep your hands up. Keep working the jab, okay? Double up the jab and just keep moving. You okay? Good. I need you to use your feet, all right? Move around.
Beautiful, lindissimo, beautiful. I want another round like that. This is your fight.
Bone Crusher's off to a really good start tonight. This is the first time we look at Teddy's scorecard, and you can see that he has it a clean sweep through 3 rounds.
It's okay. Pay him back.
Off the target by Bone Crusher.
Relax, relax.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot.
Work the body, kid. Body shots. Uppercut.
There's that proficient jab by Bone Crusher. Halfway through round number 4. He saw the uppercut, he took advantage, throwing it out there.
Back to the body.
See him trying to cut down that tree with a well-placed right hand. Hopkins is giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Clean shot with the right. And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date and he wants to get to it.
Keep moving, keep moving. 1-2, 1-2.
10 seconds to go in the 4th.
Keep working the body.
End of the round.
Nice work,
Joe
nice
Tessitore
work.
and Teddy Atlas with you ringside. He just didn't throw enough, Teddy. I mean, you got to go out there and put something forth if you want to win the round.
Hey, sometimes it's complicated, sometimes it's pretty simple. You don't throw punches, you don't win fights.
You need to throw more punches out there. You got me? He's outworking you. You're stronger than him. Let's let him feel those punches. You gotta bring it to him, kid. We're not winning this fight right now.
Round number 5 has arrived. Not an accurate hook at all. He clinches when he gets to the inside.
Pace yourself.
Comes across with a hook up top. Bone Crushers feeling the effects now of that hook.
Unload.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Body shot, left hand. Halfway into round number 5 here.
Hook.
Hooks to the head.
Focus. Hey, you gotta see that coming. Now let's go.
Well off the mark by Bone Crusher. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on.
That's it.
Just an excessive amount of holding here. Just much too much clinching. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds.
You gotta breathe. Just breathe. Relax. How you feeling out there? Hey, you know.
Breathe now. Deep breath. You're in control of this fight, but don't get careless out there. Keep boxing smart. Look, you're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to...
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old-time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
Now focus it. Relax, relax.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Bone Crusher's really impressing us here, defensively impressing us. I mean, it's so easy to say, wow, look at the punching, look at the power. But, Teddy, you got to appreciate what he's doing with defense.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why you can say that you appreciate, you know, the aggression or the power and all these things. He can afford to be aggressive because he doesn't get hit.
Work the body, kid.
Well off the mark by Bone Crusher.
Nice.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Oh, that's a big hook right there. Bone Crusher's well off the mark that time.
Back to the body. Swing back. Punch! Punch! Keep working the body.
Crashes home with the uppercut. That's a big hook to the head by Bone Crusher. Really nice round out of him right there. And we haven't been able to say that much. I think that was by far one of his better efforts. He won that last round. He is trailing on the scorecards, but I do believe he won that last round.
Yeah, well, what I like the most is he could have easily, you know, he could have capitulated a little bit. He could have, you know, spit the bit a little bit. You're not supposed to, but hey, these are human beings. They do it. He could have gotten frustrated. He's not. He's got himself together. He's acting like a pro. He's doing what he needs to do to get back in this race or back in this fight.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. Bone Crusher's going to try to keep things going in this direction. He has dominated the action all night long. That's good work by Bernard Hopkins. The combination punching is something that he stressed to us in the pre-fight build-up. Good block there by Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique.
Look at that. Oh, an explosive headshot there. He is down. Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Halfway through the 7th round.
Hook! Hook!
Accuracy an issue there, didn't land that straight right hand. A solid, true uppercut by Bone Crusher. Bernard Hopkins has done a good job there offensively scoring with that left hand. Bone Crusher's nailed by a huge hook.
Focus. Back to the body.
10 seconds to go in the 7th.
Breathe. Breathe. I need to see the combinations from him.
Here you go.
Stay away from the power hand, okay? Keep circling away from that power hand. I need you to keep moving side to side, all right? Keep moving. Don't let him get that power shot going. Now listen.
Bone Crusher's strategy is being put forth in a good way here. As we start round number 8, he's ahead on your scorecard, Teddy, by just a bit. Now, if he's to continue on and win this fight, what does he have to do?
Well, he can't fall into the trap, Joe, of being satisfied with what he's done. He has to keep moving forward, keep plowing that field.
Tying up again here after being knocked. Big shot he just scored with. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
One, two, three, four, five.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
He digs in with a left hand to the body. Well, he ties up there. The halfway point of round number 8. Bernard Hopkins, his movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Hopkins is showing that walking stick right now, utilizing the jab. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something either bigger. But you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
All right, you look great. Just don't get crazy in there. Box smart for me.
Start of the round, but Teddy, it could be the end of the fight. He's been knocked down numerous times, including the last round.
You're probably right, Joe, but when things are darkest is when you find out what is special inside somebody, where they can go to a place you never expect them to be able to go to. Look at Archie Moore, Yvonne Durrell, years ago. Archie Moore was over 40 years old, in there with a 20-something-year-old Durrell. He was on the floor 3 times in the first round. He found a way to come back and knock him out in the 11th. Is this another one of those nights?
Well played, straight right hand. Hopkins has got it down pat. Straight is great. Straight punch wins.
Yeah, especially when your opponent is standing straight in front of you.
Let it go! Looking good.
A razor-sharp hook to the head by Bone Crusher. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there.
Back to the body.
I like the way he looked at the end of that round. It looks like he's gaining some momentum here. Good competitive fight, and I do believe that he's up on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have it the same way.
I need combinations together. You understand? It's not like this guy is doing a whole lot. You got to work. You got to be first in there. You have to be first in there, okay? You have to start loading up.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. Bernard Hopkins really has a way of almost going into a shell. Plus, he gives his opponent such angles. He is a very tough defensive fighter to conquer. Bone Crusher's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch.
Watch that. Hey, you got something.
There he is from long range using that jab.
Joe, if you're on the outside, say at a picnic, you want to keep those insects away, you use insect repellent. While you're on the outside as a fighter, you want to keep your opponent away, that jab, that's the way to go.
Hopkins is making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set, doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
What a good headshot. The hook landed by Bone Crusher. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. And now he scores well with the straight right. Coming to the end of round number 10, 10 seconds to go. Scored well with that right hand to the body. And round 10 comes to an end.
You can only win by knockout. Deep breaths. Deep breath now. Let's let it go, okay? Let it go.
Okay, that was a round. Now listen, it's great. You need to establish that jab, okay? When you get close, I need you to chop that power hand, okay? Keep on him. Give him a chance.
Good steady work in the recent rounds by him as we look at your scorecard, Teddy. Round number 11 underway, and that momentum that he's been carrying through to this point has evened up the fight.
And he has to do just what he's doing. But now it's up to his opponent now to get a little kick in the backside and say, hey, I let him get back into it. I got to get back. I got to pick it up.
Parries that punch intended for the head.
That's it, just like that.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Unload!
Bernard Hopkins is throwing lots of punches and not many are landing. But what's that old saying? Hey, you put enough out there, something's going to stick.
Well, at least he's controlling the rhythm. He's keeping control of the pace right now. And at least when you're throwing, your opponent, for the most part, he's being handcuffed a little bit.
off target with that hook.
There you go.
Bone Crusher's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes off strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here, too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was. And whoever grabs the last part of the round, that's who you remember. It's very important in this kind of fight, finish up good at the end of the round.
Oh, it's been a good one tonight, but one more round to go. Here it is, the final go-round. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher's got to find an answer for this because his accuracy has been well off the mark. I like the fact he's willing to throw, but he needs to land more.
Yeah, he needs to calm down and think more.
Nice work to the midsection with the left. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Bernard Hopkins is getting back to basics, a good solid jab. Halfway through this 12th and final round.
Work the body.
All right, here we go. Last 60 seconds of the fight. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. That was a miss by Bone Crusher.
Oh, you're doing great.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. Last 10 seconds of the fight. Blocks that belt line well. Which way did it go after a very exciting fight now in the books? Let's send it up to the ring to find out. Bernard Hopkins' performance tonight was exactly what he was looking for. And it's exactly what the judges reward. Good, solid effort, a unanimous decision.
Yeah, if he was a pitcher, he'd be getting a shutout right now. Almost a perfect game.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.